college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a team from the American, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on last year's national champions, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hoosiers have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Let's talk for just a minute about Duke. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And now, also for the first time, they're the hunted. How do you handle that over the course of the season?
You got to raise your sense of urgency, no question about it, David. Every day this offseason has felt like a celebration on campus for their fans. Winning that title a year ago, but now you've got to know you've got the target on your back.
I get that. I understand that. But if you're a fan, keep celebrating, baby, because you got your first natty, man. It's fantastic. Whatever happens this year, who cares? You got a ring. You were the Kings.
The short hands, it's Tyler. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Tyler. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. The snap sets up the throw. Got a man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
This defense really does a nice job playing with their eyes and pursuing the ball. They took away all of the quarterback's options down the field. When he finally checked it down, they rallied to him, made the tackle, now setting up 4th.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The throw to the outside is complete. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. And the Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Just keep slinging it. The sure hands, it's Becker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Bond. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Hoosiers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute. They do it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuck out the threat. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in, it's Smith. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
He's looking deep. And he's got it at the tag. And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run the screen. Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Duke. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Complete to the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under.
Turning it on. Quick step and go. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Throwing right. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. And the explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He'll do it himself. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Oh, play, it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover zero, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
It's caught. Oh, he's got some space. snap it from the 30 on first down. On the run, it's Martin.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off-play action on first down. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Finds his man. It's Tyler. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Blue Devils line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He wants to throw it again. Gets it to the back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball snap.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Going right down the boulevard. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Blue Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! They take the lead with the 6.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 11 over UCLA. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. With the catch, it's Little. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Moore. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, Again, the receiver right now is just living rent-free in that cornerback's head. Early in the game, caught a bunch of in-breaking routes. Now he catches the corner route. He can run the entire route tree, and right now, he's just running wild.
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Makes the grab down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Finds him out of the backfield. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Tyler. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's complete on the right side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Taylor. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Now they'll run the draw. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Here comes the hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Tyler. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Tyler. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and delivered the ball on time.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Quarterback looks for a little space. Sneak gets it done. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
The Hoosiers can really attack on this second and short. That's caught. It's Becker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Mendoza. Got his man on the outside. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
With the catch, it's Cooper. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He's got the back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Indiana.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. He'll throw it. Caught close to the marker, it's Becker. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the